Hello, Snack Pack. Welcome back to Travel Snacks. And if this is your first time, welcome to the channel. Travel Snacks is all about traveling, eating good food, snacks, using the resources you have, maybe living with less but gaining so much more. Maybe you want to live in a car, tiny home, van, RV, whatever. But Travel Snacks is a place where you can support one another and kind of live in a way that is a little more freeing. So welcome to today's Snack Chat Saturday. Hey Grant, how's it going? How's Canada? How's the weather over there? It is pretty hot today. Let's see. What's the temperature? What is the temperature?
It's about
99 degrees. It's pretty hot, but again, it's windy. So we have a little bit of wind going on today. But it's actually pretty nice. I'm in the van, of course, and I'm under a big pine tree. So it's kind of nice out here. A little bit warm, but kind of nice. So how's everybody doing? Hey, Van Life Rocks, how's it going? All right, so it's like 70 in Canada, which sounds amazing, though. Hey, Fake Freedom, how's it going? Yeah, it's been, I don't know what it is, but we always get these like massive winds in the afternoon, and especially seems like on Saturdays when I'm trying to do my live stream. Hopefully the wind doesn't bother you guys. I do have this shade like kind of blocking the wind, but let me know if it does bother you and I can try to reposition the laptop. Van is actually pointed the other way, and I'm going to show you why in a little while, because I'm going to show you the update to what's happening with the van conversion. We do have the top off, the roof off, which I'll show you in a little bit, and you can probably see it here. I don't want to tip this thing down because I don't want it to fall, but you could see that it's a convertible van right now, and I will get out and show you in a little bit. Hey, Snow Panther, how's it going? Anyone that's on right now, put a like on this live chat right now, because I want YouTube to know that the live streams are a hit. And if you are on this live stream and you have not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Hey, Madeleef Helena from the Netherlands. Cool. How's it going? Sorry if I messed your name up. I wonder what's the weather like there, and what time is it? Obviously, for us right now in Pacific time, it's 2 p.m., a little after 2 p.m. And yeah. All right. I'm glad everybody's here today. Whoa. So I'm looking a little rough today because we got up pretty early today. And when I say pretty early, I don't mean pretty early for me. I'm always up at like 6:30, but me and my dad always have our coffee and we talk and blah, blah, blah. And so we got started about 9, which usually we've been getting started about 10:30, but we got out here and we were, chipping off old clear coat off the van roof and sanding and all kinds of stuff. So I was gonna take a shower after I got all like messy from all that stuff, but as you guys may or may not know, I've been trying to sell everything, pretty much everything I own. So I have a bunch of stuff listed on Facebook Marketplace and a bunch of stuff on OfferUp, and somebody wanted to come buy my printer. And so I was like, yeah, because I need that money. And so they came over, and it just took a little bit longer than I expected. And so I didn't really have time to, run in and take a shower. But I mean, I threw up a little makeup, whatever. I think you guys love me for who I am, so amen. Madeleef is Dutch name. It means daisy. Oh, how pretty. I love that name. It's a nice sunny day today and 11 p.m. Well, hopefully you're a late night person, and we're glad you're part of the live stream today. All right, awesome. Okay, so let's see. Let's jump right in. How's everybody doing? I think it's for me, or just people I've talked to, it's been feeling and seeming a little like people are kind of in like a lull, like a just like settling into maybe the lockdown corona thing, kind of feeling a little depressy, a little bit like, when is this going to be over? Kind of feeling like people are arguing with each other and people are kind of mean. And like, I don't know. It's been one of those weeks. It just feels a little, I don't know, something. Just a little meh. You know that feeling? And also this week there was like a lot of weird things that happened that kind of prevented us from working out into the van. Like my parents had some appointments they had to get to, and I ended up doing a few things like trying to sell stuff. I had to go like clean out my car, and that's one of the things I wanted to talk about, which I guess we could talk about now. So one big thing is that I finally cleaned out everything out of my car, and I took pictures, and I finally listed my car for sale. It makes me feel so sad because I love, love, love my car, and I don't want to sell it. I really don't want to sell it, but I need to sell it so that I can have the money from the sale to finish the van. And, you know, I really believe that everything that comes to me, God provides. So I'm not really worried about it. Like, I know that if I ever did want to get another car and I wanted to get the same car, I could go and get that same car later on in the future. So it's just time to let go. And sometimes it is very hard to let go of things, especially things that you really love. That was my mom walking by. She's out there raking. I'll give you an update on her in a second. Yeah, it's hard to let go of things, and especially things that you really love. And especially for me, since I spent so much time on the road in my car, living in my car, doing a lot of my journey in my car, and it just has a lot of good memories for me. But at the same time, I know that the next phase or the next stage of my journey is going to be equally as great, if not better. And it's just a transition. So hopefully my car will sell quickly because that would be great, because I need to get some things for the van. And yeah, so that's kind of bittersweet this week. But I did it, and I feel like a weight lifted off of me since I listed it, because it was like one big thing kind of looming over my head, because I just know that it takes a lot to like list it and deal with people like saying, is it still available? Can I come see it? And I've already had some ding dongs sending messages and then being dumb about it. But yeah, so the car is listed. Snow Panther, are we going to get a second stimulus? Well, my mom and dad and I were just talking about that, and it looks like we are going to get one, but there's no like clear, like 100% answer for that. And then I thought it was going to be more than the 1,200, but it looks like it's probably going to be the same. But I'll be grateful, so grateful if we get that stimulus, because if you watched this live stream a few weeks back, you guys know I had to pay my taxes from last year. And the taxes were about, I don't know, $1,400 or something. And if I got that second stimulus, it would be like kind of like the government paying me back for the taxes that I spent. So that would be amazing to have that money back. I'm glad you guys are doing great. Oh, Fake Freedom. Probably by the first week of August. Ooh, I love that idea. I love getting that I love the idea of getting another stimulus. I'm sure all of us love that idea in the sense of getting more money. But, you know, on the other hand, the more money the government shells out, I mean, got to pay stuff back, and I don't want the country to like go into like even more of a deficit. But I think right now the country's like all over the place. So I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot going on. Jack Skelton, hey, how's it going? How much are you asking for your car? I'm local to you, by the way. I know, I think, aren't you in San Diego, maybe? I don't know. So I'm listing the car for $19,500. That car, I can't remember, but I think I bought a brand new back in 2016 for like 35 or 38, or I don't know. It was not cheap. It was decently expensive car, but it's got like every option you can think of on that car. It's got leather, it's got like the Harman Kardon sound system, it's got back camera, lane assist, like just everything you can think of. Basically, it has tinted windows, all the things. And it's got less than 50,000 miles on it. So, yeah, it may be out of the Kelley Blue Book range, but I'm going to start high and then work down from there. I'm not in like a mega rush just because I do have some time just building the van. But we're going to start, a little bit higher because it is a great car. It runs wonderfully. And I think it's still under warranty. I tried to call Kia yesterday to find out because I paid extra for that warranty, but they haven't called me back yet. So anyways, that's what's the deal on the car. Do you still owe on the car? If so, how does that work? Oh, you're in Riverside? Okay. Riverside's not far at all. So basically, I do still owe on the car, but it's like weird because when you owe on a car, what's going to happen is like if I sell it to a private party, then I would have to pay off the car, like whatever, like either online or mail it in, and then wait for the title to be released. And that takes about 10 days. That's what Kia Finance said. And so I don't think a lot of people are going to want to wait for that long. Like if there's a private person that wants to buy it, they're not going to want to wait that long. So I did figure out a way, which I'm not going to go into the details of this, but I did find a way to get some money to pay off my car because it wasn't like too much left on it. So I went ahead and paid off the car. And so my car is now all the way paid off. But I did it in faith, knowing that God is going to provide, and he's going to provide us a buyer that's going to buy it for my top price. And then I'll be able to get the money back and get the money situated back where it belongs. So that way I will have the pink slip. And so if somebody wants to buy it, I will be able to just sign it over. We can go to the bank and blah, 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 all that. If I'm not able to sell it to a private party, which I'm trying to sell to a private party because usually you get more for that. But if I just can't, if it just doesn't work out, then I will take it to a dealership, and dealerships will buy your car, but they will typically give you, a few thousand less than what you would get from a private party. And in that case, if I would have just taken it to a dealership, they would have paid off my car for me and just given me the remainder of what they sold it for. But I really don't want to start there because they usually don't give you like a super great deal. I've had so many dealerships, like I made an inquiry one time, and so many dealerships have been hitting me up like, oh, we want to buy your car. But it's like, I'm not really entertaining that at this point because I don't want to just lowball the car because it is in such really good condition. Smart. There's always a buyer. Unfortunately, it's out of my budget. I just bought a car, want a daily rev. Oh, that's awesome. And that's no problem. Hey, Monique, how's it going? Grant said, holy cow, I just realized 1.99K. Yeah, so the Travel Snacks YouTube channel is almost at 2,000 subscribers. And it's amazing. I'm like so happy about that. I keep looking at the numbers, but I'm trying not to focus on the numbers because to me, it's more like I want it to be I want to focus more on the community and putting out good content. But it is always exciting to see like more people coming on board. And I love when new people come onto the live streams and we can all get to know each other. And it's just great. So we are getting so close to 2,000 subscribers. So if you have any friends, tell them to join up and be a subscriber on Travel Snacks. So yeah, it's getting very close. Oh, also, I forgot to mention this at the beginning. Sometimes on the live streams, you guys want to give a donation to the snack fund. Which you can always find all the links to the snack fund in every one of my videos. And if you do, you can do it here on YouTube. There's a little $ button on the chat. But YouTube does take 30% of that, and it's your money that you're giving. So if you want to do it that way, you're more than welcome. But if you want to not give YouTube the 30%, then I would suggest either doing the donation through PayPal or Cash App, which again, the links are in all my videos. But I always say this, there's no obligation. It is truly appreciated. Any donation goes to help build the van. And also when I get on the road, it helps for gas and essentials. I'm not going to be all frivolous with anyone's money. So I always like to say that in the live streams, just to make sure that you guys know where your money's going. Okay. So let's see. I talked about selling my car. Well, we're already on selling, so let me give you an update on stuff. So basically, one of the like biggest things that I didn't, like I thought about it, but it wasn't something that it was in the forefront of my mind, is every one of us, well, not every one of us, a lot of us always say, oh, I don't have that much stuff. I don't own that much stuff. But then when you start pulling stuff out of closets and like looking at what you really have, you end up having a lot of stuff. Like even for me, I moved out of my condo in Carlsbad like a couple of years ago, moved in with my parents. And even now I still have, and I gave a lot of my furniture to my kids. So I didn't have a lot of stuff, but we pulled everything out of the rafters in my parents' garage, and I have some stuff a little bit in their shed. And I'm like, dang, I still have a lot of stuff. So I've put like so much stuff up for sale, and it is time consuming because you got to take pictures of everything, list everything. And then if you want it on more than one site, it just takes a long time. And then you got to deal with people, and sometimes people can be the worst and the best. I love people that are just so nice and about their word, but some people, I've gotten like a bazillion messages like, is this thing available? And I'll say yes, and then they never respond. I mean, like so many people do that. I don't know why people do that. If you're interested in something for reals, then just say there, yes, when do you want to see it, and make a plan. But I don't know why people just say, is this thing still available? Like, what are you trying to get out of that interaction? Like, that's like such a waste of everybody's time. So this whole week, I've been answering people saying, yes, it's available. And then a few times you'll get somebody that says, okay, cool, I really want it. I'm going to figure out when to get up there to come see it. And then it's just like ghost. So I don't know. It's just a lot of things. Have you guys ever sold stuff online, and do you guys know what I'm talking about with people? Also, I hope you guys are not those people. Don't do that if you are, because it's just not nice. I don't think you guys are, because you guys are awesome. Snow Panther, is Carlsbad a good city? It's right on the coast. Carlsbad is one of my favorite places ever, and I loved living there. I loved it so much. It's peaceful. It's a little bit of an older community, very ritzy, I would say. People with a lot of money. I didn't have a lot of money, but I'm just good with my money. So when I lived there and I had my job, I was able to be frugal enough to get a place out there. And it was like 10 minutes from the beach. And I would go to the beach a lot just to sit and meditate and just read and just blah, blah, blah. Carlsbad is a wonderful city. If you guys ever get a chance to go visit, there's like, it's not a huge place, but it's just very peaceful and calm, and it's just very nice. Monique, yes, seriously, I hate that. I went through the same thing when I was selling my things. Okay, so you know what's going on. That was weird. My phone just made this weird, whatever. Yeah, I don't know why people do that. And then, like, I don't know. People just, they can be so frustrating. And then it's like, I'm always hesitant to give people like my address, because sometimes it's just like, you don't know what their intentions are. So I'm very like, I like to get a little conversation if somebody wants to buy something. Fake freedom. Actually, trying to buy something online and item is not as advertised. I get that a lot. Oh, really? Oh, that sucks. Well, I can see that too. And I guess like people list stuff online, and maybe if you go and like see it in person, or are you talking about just like Amazon stuff or like stuff you buy and they ship? Because yeah, people can just put whatever they want. And those people suck too, because I just wish people were more honest. Like things are already hard, especially like with lockdown and all these things. It's like, and actually, I've sold a couple things to people, and we've struck up a good conversation, and it was just like nice people, good people, and you're just like, oh, this is really cool, because you can make a new friend off of it. But there's so many more people that just make it so difficult. Monique, it's super annoying because they pretty much waste your time asking and then ghosting you. I know. It is such a waste of time. It's like, I would imagine like somebody just on their phone, like laying in bed at night and scrolling through stuff and be like, you know what? I think I'd like a new sleeping bag. Let me see if this one's available. Knowing they're not going to buy a sleeping bag from whoever they're asking, and then they're just like, I don't really need a sleeping bag. Then why'd you ask? Is it available? It's so annoying. And I even had somebody, I actually do have a sleeping bag for sale. And this guy was like, oh, I really want this sleeping bag. And I was like, cool. He's like, what's your PayPal? I'll pay you ahead of time and then I'll come get it. So I sent him the PayPal information and then boom, ghost. I'm like, why would you even? This is so dumb. All right, Grant, I know what you mean. People can be horrible. I hate it when they waste my time by saying they want something and set up a time and then never show up. And that too. I had, when I first put something, I have one of those like big, it's like white and gold. You guys may have seen it in other videos or whatever, but it's like a big like world map. It's a scratch off. So every time you go to like another country, you could scratch it off with a penny or whatever. And I have that, and I have it up for sale for like $5, even though that was like, I don't know, $25. And $5. And so this girl was like, oh, I want this. Can I come get it? And I was like, sure. So I gave her the address, and then she just never showed up. And then she sent me a text like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to come get it today. And then I was like, okay, cool. And then she's like, are you the one that has jewelry for sale too? And I was like, no. She goes, oh. Then she was back. She goes, oh, my husband doesn't want the map anymore. I'm thinking, you are just crazy. And then so she's whatever. And then the next day she was like, actually, we do want the map now. Can we come get it right now? And I was like, I guess. I'm thinking, it's $5. This is not worth my $5. And so basically she never showed up. And I was just like, okay, I think I'm just going to donate that thing or whatever, because it's like $5 to deal with that. Ridiculous. And I hate doing garage sales because people bug me that it'll be something for like $100. And they're like, will you take a nickel for it? It's like, get out of my face. You're annoying. I'm on a full-on rant today about my stuff. Van Life rocks. Torrey Pines is my favorite beach in Sakha. Oh, Torrey Pines is awesome. Have you done the hike at Torrey Pines? It's like not really like a hike. It is a hike, but it's not. It's like kind of like a paved road, most of it, but it like winds up, and then you like end up on the top of the hill mountain thing, and then you can walk down it and walk onto the beach, and that's a really beautiful, not super strenuous like hiking situation. So Torrey Pines is awesome. If you guys ever get out to the Southern California area, Torrey Pines is great. Fake freedom stuff you go to see. Oh yeah, true. You get to somewhere to go see something you want to buy, and then it's just like they must have doctored up those pictures or something. I've had that happen to me before, and it's just like, ew, no. Monique, I put a mirror for sale with dimensions, and a guy shows up. Oh, it's too small. Well, you should have done your measurements. Bam, that is true, because I put measurements on my listings too, because I'm a kind of person that like is pretty thorough when I list stuff. And, I know like when I buy stuff, I want to know what I'm getting. And so you're right. If you put measurements up on something and they're like, oh, that's not going to work for me. It's like, do you have a tape measure? Oh, so you did the hike? Okay, good. Yeah. There's a lot of cool spots like that in like the San Diego area. I'm scratching down if you guys are wondering, because I have this like headboard thing that's just in my way, and I can't take it off because these wires are attached, and I don't want it to fall backwards, and they're connected to these lights. It's kind of a mess right now. Also, another thing is that my son Marcus, he has a YouTube channel called Sharpe Sports. He's moving this week, and it's a little sad. He's moving to Texas. It's not sad for him. It's sad a little bit for me. He's moving to Dallas, Texas, and he's in the same boat. He's trying to sell a bunch of stuff because he's going to fly out there. And so basically he's shipping a few things ahead, and then he's taking like 3 luggages and his dog on the plane. And he's so funny. He called me. He's like, I think I sold my couch, and I was like, cool. And then he's like, yeah, but it was a little weird because the guy sent me a message, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna send you a check. Can you mark it sold? And I was like, Marcus, that's a full-on scam. And just for anyone that doesn't know, you guys probably do know this, but don't ever, 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 never, ever, ever, ever take a personal check from somebody if you're selling something. It's like 9 times out of 10 going to be some sort of a scam. I listen to a lot of like podcasts, especially on the road, and one of my favorite ones is called Scam Goddess, and it's this lady named Lacey, and she just like each week talks about several scams that have happened in the past and that are currently happening. And I've heard so many scams that some of them I'm like, maybe I would have fell for that. But this one I know specifically is like people that want to pay with a check. So what ended up happening, my son was like, oh, well, he said he wanted to send me a check, and that once the check cleared, then he would come pick it up. And then so I was like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. So then the next day he called me and goes, yeah, it got weird. The guy was like, oh, I'm going to send you a check. Then I'm going to have my assistant come and get the couch. But also then the assistant's going to have movers with him. And can you just cash the check? I'm going to make the check out for more than the couch is worth. And then if you could just pay the movers out of the money that you get. And that's a full-on scam. That's like a real thing. If you look that up, that's a real scam. I was like, you better block that person and report them right away, because that person was never going to buy your couch. They're just trying to get you to like cash out the money and give it. And it's just a mess. So don't ever do that. Hey, Evelyn, how's it going? Hey, just got home. Are you using your van now? Hope your mom is doing well. I'm not using my van yet. It's just in disarray right now. And I'm going to show you guys in just a little bit about the van update. Yeah, Monique says never, 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 ever take a check. Don't do it. I'm just here to trying to help. Don't ever take a check. It might seem like the best deal, and usually if it's the best deal, it's probably the worst deal. You're gonna get ripped off. Grant says people still use checks. Wait, I'm Canadian. Checks with a Q. Yeah, we don't do the Q, but I know what you mean. And Van Life Rock says never. Yeah, so luckily my son talked to me in time, before he went down that rabbit hole and lost money and still didn't have a buyer for his couch. So another thing is I know about Facebook ads and stuff, but when I started listing stuff, they allow you to boost those posts like they do Facebook ads. And I was like, I'm not going to pay to boost posts for stuff I'm selling. But with my car, I did. And it was only $5 to list it for like 5 days. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And actually, I didn't know this, but Craigslist charges you $5 if you want to list a car. So I'm out $10 so far on listing my car. But I don't feel bad about it, because if I get a good buyer, it'll be good. Cash while it is still possible. True. Cash. I always say cash. Hey, Patchouli girl, how's it going? I would say always deal in cash. And if you're selling something that's, I don't even know what would the amount, I guess something over like $500 or $1,000, I would definitely have maybe less, one of those pins that you can check the bills to make sure they're not fake, or just meet somebody at the bank and have them, bring the cash right then, because you don't want to, get counterfeit monies. And also another couple things that you could do, I've accepted money through Facebook Pay. I didn't even know that was a thing, but somebody bought one of my flower decor things, and she's like, can I pay you on Facebook Pay? And I was like, I didn't even know it was a thing. So that worked out really well. Also, Cash App is good, Venmo is good, and PayPal is good. And some of those have seller protection. So in case somebody does do a scammy thing, I think they have some sort of protections. But those are some good ways to make sure that you don't get ripped off. Grant, we use e-transfer here instead of cash. Oh, is e-transfer just through your bank where you can request money and then they just send through you money? Because we have that too. Ours, the one that I use with Chase Bank is called Zelle. and it's super easy. Okay, so it's like that. So that's some good ways to sell your things and not get ripped off. Yeah, so I am a little sad about my son leaving, but not like sad, because I'm excited for him. Like, I'm excited because he's moving to Texas where there's like a big football presence, and his channel is all about football. And also he has a dog. He just got in the beginning of the year, and the dog has gotten so big, and he'll have like way more like space for the dog to run around. And also, I think it's gonna be good. And also, California is so expensive, and now one of the things that doesn't make me so sad is because now once I get my van done, since I'm going to be living in my van and traveling, I could just go anywhere. And I feel like now my boys live in Los Angeles, and I don't see them that often anyways, because I'm already like always traveling. So it kind of doesn't matter where they live because I could always drive to go see them. And so it actually just works out fine. And I've been thinking a lot about just the cost of California, and not that I'm going to have an apartment or anything, but just like seeing so many other places just on my journeys, I'm like, I love California, but also they can kind of like suck it with all the high costs and stuff out here. Okay. I usually forget the password and get timeout on e-transfer. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a lot of passwords going on with so many things online. Okay, so just real quick, for those of you that have been following my journey and following these live streams, you'll know that my mom had a little health scare a few weeks back. She fell and hit her head and was in the hospital for a few days and got this little heart monitor thingy. And so far, since coming out of the hospital, she hasn't really had that many like, I don't want to call it heart attacks. It is an attack, but it's not like a heart attack like we know a heart attack. It's more like a racing heart. And she really hasn't had too many. So I'm glad. So I don't know why she hasn't, because nothing's really changed, except for she's not working right now because she's, on medical leave or whatever. And I don't know. I was thinking like maybe because she got an IV in the hospital, maybe she was severely dehydrated. I don't know. But I think she drinks a lot of water, which drink your water. I think I've been getting dehydrated lately because like I think like once a week I've been having like a really bad like migraine, which leads me to feel nauseous and stuff. Like 2 days ago, I was supposed to be working on the van, and I just like the day before we were out in the sun like a lot. And the next day I felt fine in the morning, and then in the afternoon I just like felt so bad, like massive headache, and just I thought I was gonna throw up. It was terrible. And then I just basically laid down for a while, took an Aleve, and then like a few hours later I started to feel better. But that's been happening like once a week or once every other week. So I think it maybe has to do with just not drinking enough water, and also just like being in the sun a lot and doing a lot of physical things with the van. So make sure that you're drinking water and taking care of your health, because especially right now, there's just a lot going on. Yeah, it can be scary for sure. Yeah, it's a lot going on. Let's go ahead and show you guys the van. Give me a thumbs up if you guys are ready for me to show you the updated things that we've done on the van. I'm gonna look at my notes while you guys do the thumbs up or a thumbs down if you don't care. I got my notepad, so I'm just making sure I keep up on all the things we talk about. Okay, I gave you an update on my mom. She's been doing fine. She's been still raking and doing all the stuff. She was just out here a few minutes ago. And everything seems to be okay. So we'll see. Okay, I talked about selling my car. And, oh yeah, again, if you're watching this live stream, give it a thumbs up. Give it a like. Hit the like button. All right, let's do this. I got thumbs up. Van life. I'm afraid to see it. I'm afraid to show it, honestly. It's in full-on disarray. Oh. All right, how am I going to do this? Okay, so let's see. All right, well, first of all, let me turn this, and I have a laptop, so it's not as easy to point like a phone, but I'm going to turn this camera around, and you guys are going to see the actual roof, because it's down, it's up. So, so there's the roof. It's on 2 sawhorses, and we bought those 2x4s, and my dad nailed them into the sawhorses so that we'd have enough coverage. And I'm going to take you guys outside and give you a closer look, because after we took it off, which I'm making a video about how we took it off. Basically, we used rollers and some other things, and it was fine. But that video is going to be coming out probably Monday or Tuesday. But basically, since then, we've done some sanding and stuff. So we have, and it's hot because it's hot out here today. But you can see that it's kind of been sanded down. There was a thick, clear coat that was bubbling off that I scraped off with razors. That took a while. Then my dad and I did some sanding. My dad did most of it. I mean, it's not perfect because it's going to get painted. But you could see, like, you know, little discolorations and stuff. But it's pretty, like, it's big. Long. Okay. And then, let's see, how am I going to show you this? Okay, first I'm going to go up here, and I'll try to show you the above version. I don't know if you guys can see it, but can you guys see that? So you can see that it's just open. And let me walk down and show you, like, from the ground view. Let's see. Okay, well, I have a ladder on this side, so let me just go up on the ladder. Let me move this. Whoa. It's windy. I'm gonna fall off the ladder. Ah! Okay, so that's a better view, right? So as you can see, we did, like, let me get closer, hold on. Let me pull this ladder up closer. Whoa. All right. As you, whoa, this is so unstable. As you see, this is the wood that we're going to connect to it, and we just kind of like use the circular saw to just like cut it off. And you see there's like a little lip in the front because we need to have like a connection point. And then on this side, whoa, this one had to go up in the back, and I'm going to show you why in a second. Let me get off this ladder. Whoa, and I'm trying to like balance the laptop. Hold on. This is maybe like not the smartest idea. Okay, so the reason we had to cut it like this is because this has its like a lip in here, the fiberglass. And so we couldn't just cut it straight through because the way the curve was, it wouldn't have done it right, you know. I don't know how to explain it. And so now it might look a little weird, but for now, we kind of have a plan What if it rains? So we actually had it tarped up. Where's the tarp? I think the tarp is in my dad's workshop, but I bought a big blue tarp from Walmart. It was like 18 bucks. And so we've just been like tarping it. And then I bought these, like, I don't know where they went. My dad had them. I bought these like strong little magnets. I bought like 12 of them. And so we just like put the magnets around the tarp, and then we put like, oh, all the stuff is in here. I'll just show you. It's an interactive affair. My dad's workshop. Okay, that didn't really work. So tarp, and then one of these boards that came, you can't really see. One of these boards that came off of the interior. I have all my van parts in here. But one of these boards that was in the interior, we just laid it across the tarp because it was super windy, and it was like, and so we just did our best. And then my dad put up some caution tape, which I don't know why, but I think it just held down a little bit more. My camera's been sitting out in the sun this whole time. That's terrible. Hold on. Been filming as much of the conversion as possible so I can make some good videos. But I don't want my camera just sitting out in the heat. It's not a good idea. Okay. So you can see from the back, it's just like, you know, whatever. And then I had to go around this whole lip and chip off all the clear coat. And then my dad went behind me and like sanded it all. So it's pretty smooth, but dirty. And had to go like all the way around. And the interior pretty much looks the same because we're really focusing on the roof right now. But I got a nice convertible, so it's kind of fun. If I knew it wasn't going to rain and stuff, I could have like a little party, put like a little blow up pool, have a little pool party in there. Okay. Okay, let's see, how high are we raising the roof? So I think at first we were gonna raise it 6 inches, but I think we're gonna raise it maybe 7 inches at this point, because it's like, from what my dad tells me, he's like, we need to buy the wood that's already like the way it is. So they make it like 2x6, 2x8, 2x10, 2x12. And at first we were gonna buy a 2x8, which I guess technically is like 2x7.5, which I don't know. That's what my dad's telling me. But now I think we're going to buy a 2x10 because we need to have like 2 or 3 inches to like connect to the actual old roof. So then I'm actually losing, I don't know, it's hard to explain. But all in all, I think once it's raised, it's going to be like 7 inches, but I'm also going to be losing like 2 or 3 inches because we still have to insulate the roof and put like wood on top. So I don't know how many inches that's going to take. So it's all like a work in progress. And so I'm not really 100% sure, but I think I'm going to end up getting, height-wise, I think I'm going to end up getting like 5 inches of headspace more than what I have now. Before we did this, I believe the height was like 5'4" or 5'5", and I'm 5'7". So really, I think I will only need just a couple more inches higher. But it is nice to have a little bit of room to like, you know, walk around. And also like, it's nice to have the headroom. Like if you want to change your clothes, which, you know, everybody changes their clothes. Yeah, it's just it just like feels nice to have a little bit more headroom. But at the same time, I don't want to build it up too high because number one, integrity of the roof, and I don't want it to be like flying off when I'm driving, which we're going to make it super secure, but also I don't want it to be like massively tall. I'm trying to like keep it to where it looks like still like a decently normal looking van. I don't want it to look like a giant like Sprinter huge van. So I think that's the route we're going to take, and we're going to be using wood, and then we're going to like put either fiberglass or I don't even know what. My dad has a lot of ideas, stuff to like, you know, cover up the wood so it kind of looks nice. Then we'll sand it, and then eventually we're going to paint the whole van, I think, white. So that's a lot that's happening. The next thing, what I've been kind of focusing on now is solar, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but number one, things on Amazon or other places have jumped up in price. I'm pretty sure just because like the coronavirus and like stuff being imported, and I don't even know, it's like stuff has become like increasingly high, like in prices, stuff that I need. And also a lot of things have been back ordered. Things that I've been ordering online have been back ordered to where I'm waiting like, you know, a couple weeks. Like my fan that I'm putting up in there was back ordered until the 20th. What day are we on? 18th still. So the fan is like supposedly supposed to be ready by the 20th and then shipped, but I haven't heard anything yet. So I feel like I really need to get on this solar situation, because I need to order panels and the charge controller and batteries and like all this other stuff. There's a lot that goes into solar. If you ever looked up like putting solar on any kind of moving vehicle, it's a lot. Like just, it's almost like getting like a little mini education in electrical. And I've been doing a lot of research. Like towards the end of the night, I usually like go sit in my bed and just read and read about like all the things that people have used for van life. And it's just like, it's so much information, and you can like go super, super cheap, you know, and just get the basics, but then you're kind of compromising your setup, because if you don't have enough power, then you're going to have to go to a campground, or you're going to not be able to keep your fridge cold, or I don't know, there's just whatever. And then you can go like way expensive. Like you can get the best of the best. You can get lithium batteries, which are like $900 each, which I'm not getting. You can get like just the like greatest of all, which is just not in my budget. And, you know, I don't know if it's even necessary. I like to keep things frugal. So I'm going to try to stay in the mid range. And the solar, I'm pretty confident is going to be the most expensive aspect of this van build. And that's why I need to sell my car. So I need someone to come through and buy this car. But yeah, that's the thing I've been really like thinking about and focusing on, is getting the solar, because once this roof is back on, we need to put the fan in the solar, and then we can start building the inside, which is going to be exciting. All right, van life rocks. Do you plan on having solar panels on top or portable suitcase solar panels? I'm going to have the solar panels that are on top. My neighbors next door, they did a van conversion. They have a Ford Transit, and they have those flexible panels. They're like super thin, and they like lay flat on your roof. But I think I'm gonna decide against those because they're more expensive, and they're more expensive, and you don't get as much watts with the panels. So I think I haven't ruled it out 100%, but I think I am pretty much ruling those out. So I think I'm just going to get the rigid, regular, flat, you know, solar panels, and then have the rack that you drill them to. And then an idea that I was talking to my dad about is, I was thinking like, because when you have the solar that's on the rack, it has to be like a little gap so it has air. I was thinking about making that gap a little bit bigger, the size of another panel, and then having the option to like have it slide out in the future. Like if I felt that I didn't have enough solar, then you could have it underneath one panel and then do that. I don't know if there's any like thing bad about that. Like maybe it's too much heat or something. So I'm not sure. I haven't researched that 100%, but I think I'm going to try to go with like I've watched so many videos, and most van life people, even when there's 2 people in the van, usually can get by between like 300 and 400 watts, but everybody has different needs. You know, some people are running a lot more electric things, and some people have like gas stoves. Some people have like whatever, just all kinds of different things that they might need. So I think maybe 300 to 400 watts will probably be sufficient, but I forget who it is, but oh, I think I have it open here. Well, it's called the Camper Power Audit by Explorist Life. And basically it's a spreadsheet, and you put in, it's really cool. Like they created this really cool spreadsheet, and you put in like all you, like everything you have, and then you put in the watts, the amps, and all these things, and then it gives you the totals, so you know what's the like proper amount of solar. So I think I'm going to fill that out once I have like all my electronics in mind that I'm going to be using, because I have a fridge, I have a fan, I'll have these little lights, I'll have like an Instant Pot, and then I'll have like an induction cooktop. Then I'll have my computer and my phone that I need to charge. And maybe some little other things that I can't think about right now. But those are the things that I'm going to have. And so I'm going to end up putting all that in there and finding out how much solar I need. Okay, George Cox, that's my dad. Everybody say hi to my dad. Our next door neighbor just did a van conversion and did solar. He said he will help us with the solar. That's what I was just talking about, Dad. So yeah, so our neighbor next door, their van is really cool. Like they have the big transit van, and if I would have had the extra money, I really would have wanted to go with a Ram ProMaster, because it's just a little bit bigger. It gives you a little bit more room to work with. But it was like a lot more money than what I paid, so I didn't really want to go that route. But their van is really nice, and they are giving us a lot of tips, and it's just really nice. It's just like God totally provided by putting them next door to us, because they've been able to tell us about a lot of electrical stuff. Chad Christie, hey Chad. Hope all is well. Things are well. I was wondering if you are going to put a shower in your van. I am not going to put a shower in my van. I've been feeling the crunch of space already before we've even put anything inside the van. I've been having my tape measure out, measuring the bed, where the bed's going to go, measuring where the like little kitchenette's going to go. I need a room, like a little toilet. I need, you know, a place for my fridge, and it's getting super tight. And some people, including our neighbors, they have where you open the back doors of the van, and then they have a shower head, and they have a hot water heater. And then they just have like a little curtain that goes. I don't think I'm the type of person at this point that's gonna do that. I can't ever see, not ever, I can't really see myself going into like a parking lot, or I don't even know where, like to a park, or I don't see myself showering outside of my van. I mean, I don't know. Maybe when I start doing more like camping, like by lakes and stuff, that I would. But at this point, I'm gonna not have a shower. I think a shower is something I can add later if I really wanted to. But for now, I'm gonna stick with Planet Fitness showers, because they worked out fine for me. Plus, it gives me an opportunity to work out, and also they have plugs that I can, you know, if I wanted to blow dry my hair or curl my hair, because appliances for women's hair, not women's hair, all hair, but like for products for doing your hair, they're very high in wattage. Like it could be like 2,000 watts, and that's just not going to work. That's going to drain my power so low. It's just not worth it. So having a place to be able to go to shower, and then if I wanted to style my hair, which usually I don't, but if I wanted to, I would just do that at the Planet Fitness. Okay. Zaba Pepe. I don't know what that language is, so if you can translate, that would be great. Jack says, how is your finger, Mr. George? Glad you survived. Dad, turned black and fell off. Don't listen to my dad. It didn't. He didn't even get an infection. I don't even think he put a Band-Aid on it. I felt bad when I cut my dad's finger. If you guys don't know what happened, if you watched my last video about wiring, we were trying to cut some bolts out of the floor, and he was using the saw, and I was like, you're going to cut my fingers off, and I was really nervous about it. And then I was like, let me take over, because I have more experience with a saw, which is not true. And so I took over, and like pretty quickly, like I couldn't control, the saw, and it just and it like sliced his finger. And then I didn't know what, like the extent until I stopped sawing and looked at it, but it wasn't that bad. But I still felt bad because I was like, I can do it better, and I couldn't do it better. Fake Freedom says that was a paper cut. It kind of was a paper cut. It was like a deep paper cut. Van Life Rocks, sweet idea. That my next solar system 2.0. I have 500 watts of flexible. Oh, I need to talk to you. Okay, 500 watts of flexible solar panels on my fan now. And the main reason for that is I need to be stealth in the city I live in. Yeah, because I was thinking about that too. Like, I want to be as stealth as possible. I know law enforcement or security, they can look at any van and pretty much tell if it's someone's living in there or not. Like, even me as like a new person to van life, you can pretty much tell if somebody lives in their van. Like, I was in San Diego last week with my friend, and we were taking a walk, and I was like, that van somebody lives in. And she's like, what? How do you know? And I was like, this. So you're not going to fool anybody that knows about van life, but the majority of people that are just going through their lives, in regular neighborhoods or in cities or whatever, you can be very stealth if you keep, a low profile. And I think those flexible solar panels are excellent for keeping stealth. I think that's a really good way to go. And again, I haven't ruled it out, but I just don't know if you get the most for your money with those. From the ones I've seen, maybe I haven't shopped in the right place yet for those, but for now, I just don't know. Van Life Rock says, the rigid panels are the way to go. Well, that's good to know. So you started with the flexible, so now you're moving to rigid. So I think that's good. I like to hear from people that are actually doing it, because you don't know until you actually do it. George, my dad, the paramedics thought it was pretty bad. Dad. Oh my gosh. Okay, moving on. Okay, so we talked about van update, roof, solar, and real quick, let's talk about what's everyone snacking on this week. I haven't really been snacking too much. I did buy some cashews. I love cashews, but usually I get the ones that are roasted and salted, and I've been on like a really more healthier thing, so I got the like non-salted cashews. They're still pretty good, but not as good. And then I've been eating a lot of fruit. I've been into like mangoes this week, which if you get a mango and stick it in the fridge and it's super cold and delicious, it's very refreshing, especially in the heat, because it's been like in the hundreds. So mangoes have been good. But what have you guys been snacking on this week? Jack says, I was in Vegas for the 4th, and I know what you mean. I was able to point out all the van lifers. Yeah, I'm telling you, once you start like learning about van life and researching, you'll be able to tell. Not all the time, but mostly you could tell. Van life. Gym membership is the way to go. Shower, Wi-Fi, air conditioning, workouts, bathrooms, sauna, swimming pool. Absolutely. Yeah. All those things is the reason why I have the Planet Fitness. But Planet Fitness doesn't have saunas or swimming pool, which is okay. But they do have all those other things. Grant says, not snacking much this week. A little beef jerky. I love beef jerky. Even though I'm trying to cut meat, I've not really had hardly any meat anymore. But I love beef jerky. Fake Freedom, my snack is a sandwich. What kind of sandwich are you eating? Hey, Oscar, how's it going? Chad, I've been snacking on salt and vinegar chips, yum, and chocolate chip cookies. Chocolate chip cookies are my favorite. We're doing well, Oscar. How are you doing? If I think we've talked about this before, but if I only had like one thing I could ever eat ever again, it'd be like tacos and chocolate chip cookies, like warm chocolate chip cookies. It's like my favorite. Let's see. Cashews, mangoes. I think I need to get like a recipe for some good like homemade granola bars or muffins that don't have too much sugar in them. Because I like to have something just to like grab and go, but it hasn't really been. I have to look that up because I'm trying not to put like a lot of sugar and stuff, and sugar makes things taste good. So I don't know. Big freedom while boondocking, perhaps. Oh, is that a cricket? Crickets while boondocking. No, I don't know if I'm gonna get that desperate. I will probably always have snacks in my van, always, because travel snacks. Monique, even with car life, I've noticed where I am. Is that in relation to, in terms of what, like if people are living in their car and van? Yeah, like when I was out on the road, I could usually always tell. Like there's just little clues. I don't know. There's like so many. Like if like one clue, just one little clue. Like if you go to Walmart, almost every car life person or van life person parks right next to the cart stall thingy. Or they park further out and then it's always on the end, like I don't know if they call them the end cap, but it's always on like a curb that doesn't have another space next to it. And I think it's just because you try to protect yourself on as many sides as you can. And even I would do that. I would like scope out, I'd drive around the parking lot for a while, and then I would end up right by like the cart section. And that's just like one little tip that you can know if somebody's living in their car, especially if they have like the shades up too. So yeah. Oscar, knackered. Okay. Bye, Dad. Oscar says worked 10 hours. Oy, 10 hours. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a lot. Like people that are still working, it's a lot because you're stuck at home if you're working from home, or if you have to still go out to work and then you have to just stay home and you don't get any like just outside time or like go to restaurants or whatever. I think it's been like so hard, but working 10 hours doesn't sound fun. Monique, I've been juicing this whole week. Monique, are you in your car juicing? Or are you somewhere? Like, are you with a friend or are you at home or what are you doing? Fake freedom for me, crickets. Grant, ew. Dogs seem to love them. That's true. I think dogs like to eat all kinds of things. You've been juicing. Are you by a tree? Or are you saying you park by trees? Hey, Van Life rocks. Ooh, ooh. Oh, hold on a second. Let me give you my my sounds. Let's first of all, wait, let me turn this up. We were going smooth and then, no, that didn't work. Okay, we were going smooth and then record scratch and then that's a party. That's a party sound for you, Van Life Rocks. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. And thank you for the ice cream. I'm sure you gave me that ice cream because it's hot here. We looked it up earlier and it was already 99 degrees. It's a little hot, sweaty. Oh, come on now. Hold on. And now we get a hamburger. I'm going to have that as a garden burger because I'm trying not to eat meat. Hold on. Hooray! And let me get you. I love these sounds. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate every penny. Honestly, I really do like you guys might think I'm just like whatever, but every little dollar, I put it to use. I put it to good work. So, pie. First of all, I want everyone to tell me what's their favorite pie. Because Van Life rocks, you rock. Hold on. And also...
Yes! Yes! Yes!
That's awesome. Thank you so much. I will make good use off of any donation that is sent my way. Most of it's going to go like at this time, most of it's going to go, all of it's going to go to anything that has to do with building the van. It all adds up because like even yesterday, the day before, when we had to put the tarp on, it's not stuff like you don't think about. Like you need to buy a tarp, it's like $17 at Walmart, or like the little magnets. I got these little strong magnets at the Harbor Freight for like, I don't know, $6, but it's like every dollar, everything. And I'm making a list. So after this whole van build is done, I'm going to like make a whole video just talking about the costs of the van build, everything that was included, blah, 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 all the stuff. So that'll be a good video so that you could see like what all went into making the van. Monique, I see people park by trees all the time. Yes, in car juicing and lots of water. Yeah, people do. I parked by trees as well. I think it's always just like people try to like stay close and like, try to be, hidden. And I would do that too. Monique, how are you juicing? Like, what are you using to juice? Do you have like a 12-volt juicer, or are you like buying juices? No, you're juicing. What are you using? I want to know. And I'm glad you're drinking lots of water. Okay, Fake Freedom, cherry cream pie. I don't think I've ever had that in my life. Oh yeah. All right, Grant, type 2 diabetic, no pie for you. They don't make any like sugar-free pies, or is it just not worth it? Because I've had some sugar-free things that are okay, and then sugar-free that's not as good. Okay, Chad says Boston cream pie. That's delicious. Monique says, I love a good apple pie. Oh, that's so good. And you got to get you got to warm that apple pie up, and especially if it has that warm like crumble on top. Oh, and then put like a little scoop of like French vanilla ice cream. Oh, that sounds so good right now. That sound reminds you of TJ. True. Apple pie. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a good apple pie. I love the apple pies that like have the crisp top or the crumble. Oh my gosh, that's so good. My favorite pie, I really love sweet potato pie and pumpkin pie. Those are kind of similar, but not. But now that I've been eating a lot more vegetables, I think I'm a little burnt down on sweet potatoes. So I love a good apple pie, but I really love like cobblers, like peach cobbler, blueberry cobbler. Have you guys had that blueberry cobbler that has like that like sugar crisp crunchy top? Oh, so good. That sounds delicious right now. Actually, I want pie now. Thanks, Fan Life Rocks. All right. Okay, we're gonna talk about let's see. We're gonna talk about one last thing, and then do you guys today want to play Would You Rather? Do you guys still want to play? Because I have 5 Would You Rather questions if you do. Okay, give a thumbs up if you still want to play Would You Rather, and a thumbs down if you're getting burnt out off of it. Let me know. In the meantime, we're going to talk really quick about travel locations, because this van build is going to take a little while longer, of course, because there's a lot going on here. But after I'm done with the van and I'm like ready to take off, I've been really wanting to go to Idaho, Wyoming, Montana, and all those states. But now by the time that I get on the road, if it's going to be like more towards September, now it's going to start getting a little cooler. The reason I was going to the northern states was to stay cool in the summer. But now if I'm going to be going, like leaving it like September, October, when it's starting to get cooler, I wonder if I should stay more lower southern states. But I already did a southern states like thing. Not that I'm never going to go back, but I mean, I'm trying to explore more new things. So what do you guys think? Like, do you guys think, like, what states do you think that I should entertain and look to go to? All right, Fake Freedom. I'm writing this down. Arizona and Florida. All right. Because I went, on my last journey, I went all the way to Florida. I did all of Florida, which I love Florida. I did Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, little bit in Tennessee, and then New Mexico and Arizona. So I already did that, but not that I can't do it again. It's just like I want to try to get to some other states. So maybe I could go like a little higher, like Oklahoma, and like a little more of Tennessee, and maybe some of the mid states. Arizona is very RV boondocking friendly. That's true. I've heard that. So that could be a really good place. I'm also, just a side note, I am also trying to like get away from like the desert scenery when I leave. The desert is always like a place of refuge for me. It's so peaceful and I love it. But just, I'm sure like all of you, like wherever you are now, just with with COVID and stuff, I've just kind of been like isolated in one spot in the desert. And I've been feeling a little like caged in, and I don't want to like get to the point where I hate the desert. I don't think I ever will, but I want to get to a more green situation or more lakes or more like something that's a little different than desert. So even though Arizona is like wonderful, I kind of want to get away a little bit from the desert once I leave, and then I'll be traveling all around. Yo, what's up? Thank you, Grant. Woo! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, we're having a little bit of delay. Okay, that was weird. Can you guys hear me? It's super delayed. My donations, but that when I used to do them on my phone. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Are we? Is it getting better? Holler when you guys can see and hear me better. I got to scoot over a little bit. Ah! Okay, holla. Okay. So if you guys have been following this live stream, which most of you have, you guys know that when I used to use my phone, it would overheat. I've had my laptop on this dash this whole time, and my laptop just freaked out and made it look like I was like on an Alice in Wonderland trip, and it was like actually kind of pretty, but I was worried that I fried my computer. So now I have it like right against the air conditioning vents. So I'm sorry if it's loud. I don't know if it is or not, but delayed. I can see from where I'm sitting, it looks delayed too from I'm talking. Hopefully it catches up a little bit. So I'll leave it here for now so it doesn't overheat again. But also, hold on, I gotta get my phone. The audio is out of sync. Dang it. Well, anyway. Okay. Hopefully you guys can still see and hear me. I'm sorry if there's a delay, but let's roll it back a little bit because I can't just move on without celebrating our donations to the snack fund. This is Grant's special one. Not that I don't use it for other people, but this is a special shout out to Grant. Thank you for your donation. Nope, I gotta turn it. Awesome. Thank you. And 2 pairs. Hey, how's it going? Let me see. We'll do. Thank you so much. What's happening is I literally, before this live stream, just connected my phone to Bluetooth to this van because I wanted to see if it worked, and it clearly does. So that's why there's probably a delay. So from this sound to the computer. But I don't want to turn my fan off yet because I want to get some air on the computer because it was like so hot. Okay. Are we good? Okay. So again, thank you for the donations. Truly, truly wonderful. Okay, back in sync. Awesome. Okay. Truly appreciate the donations. Like, I don't think you could understand how truly grateful I am. So I know everybody works hard for their money. So anytime you guys donate to the snack fund is truly a blessing to me. All right. So I will take your suggestions into consideration in terms of my next travel. I will check out Sedona because I've heard that's beautiful. And I'll check out some other areas. If you guys think of anything else. Oh, also, if you're not following me on Instagram yet, it's travelsnacks_, and you can always DM me suggestions there. Also, if you're on this live stream and you haven't already, give it a thumbs up. Okay. These pens, Monique, you say you love these pens. I got this at the Dollar Tree. I bought like 3 of them because they're cool for journaling and stuff. All right, you guys ready to play? All right, so first of all, can you guys hear me with the AC on? Is it too loud with the van AC on? I gotta scoot over. I'm like sitting on the edge of the seat and there's like a weird like shadow thing. Try to pull this forward a little bit. No, that'll be on my head. All right, well, we're just doing what we're doing here. Okay. Volume good, audio is good. Okay, perfect. So for those of you that don't know how to play Would You Rather, it's literally just me asking, would you rather do this or have this or have this? It's just you pick one of the choices that I give and you put what you would want, and then after everyone's answered, then I'll ask you guys what you think I will pick. You have 2 of these? Awesome. They also make them in blue. I don't know if you knew, but I like the pink ones better. But when I went to go back and get more, they had it in blue where I was at. These are good pens for $1, and the ink lasts for quite a while. Okay, the first one is, if you could live in one of these 2 places, this is where you would like live full time. You could either choose to live in a grand castle, like in Ireland or whatever, or one of those grand fancy like tree houses like built up into the nature forest trees. So you could either have like a grand castle or you could have a tree house that's like all fully built up. Which one would you choose? All right, so far we got 2 for treehouse, Van Life Rocks, and Fake Freedom. Grant says treehouse. And also, you can tell me or tell all of us why you're making your choice for whatever these questions are. If you have any like rationale for why you would choose this, Because some of these get a little weird, and sometimes you're like, well, I think I'd choose this, but then someone has a good reasoning, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, maybe I'd rather choose the other thing. Chad says, a fancy treehouse. Anyone else want to put in their vote for what they would do? You can either choose a fancy big castle or a fancy treehouse. I'll give a couple more seconds. All right, that's it. Everyone's voted. All right. Now, do you think that I would rather have a castle or a treehouse? Van Life says they would pick treehouse because it's close to nature and keep it simple. Okay. So which one do you think I would choose? Big castle or treehouse? Grant says you would pick a treehouse for sure. Fake Freedom says I will pick a treehouse. Anyone else? Even though I put a tarp up, there's like so many of these pine needles from the tree above, because sometimes we'll have the windows open when we're doing stuff in the van, and there's like all these. I'm gonna have to do like a really deep cleaning in this van before we start building stuff in it, because there's just like sawdust in here and just all kinds of things. Okay, Van Life Rocks. I think you would pick a castle. Chad says treehouse. Nate says treehouse, definitely. Fake Freedom. Castles are really hard to keep warm. Ooh, that's a good point. They're also hard to keep clean, but I guess if you have a big treehouse, that could be hard to clean too. Also, with a treehouse, you could get critters, but I guess you could get critters in a castle too. I don't know. All right. And, oh yeah, and the castles are really dark too. That could be true. I guess it depends on the lighting you have in a castle. Okay, so I would actually pick a treehouse. And I feel like you guys already pretty much know mostly what I'm going to choose of all these things. I am a simple girl, and I'm not like, it would be a fancy treehouse, but I mean, think how cool it would be to be above nature, in the tree canopy, just like in a beautiful, like listening to nature and stuff. I feel like with castles, they're so big and so kind of cold. Like, I don't mean like temperature cold. I mean, just it feels so big and regal, and it is nice. I would like to visit a castle, but I feel like it is too much for me. Like, it's not a lifestyle I would want to live. But a treehouse, I would legit like think that would be very cool, and have it just like all these windows and stuff. That would be awesome. Oh yeah, Fake Freedom and Grant. Come on, princess. Oh, that's sweet, but no. I'm actually not even like princessy at all. Like, I'm not like a girly girl type of person. Fake Freedom. I have been to castles in my country, and they are really dark and gloomy. Oh, I only went to like one castle in Ireland, but it was not like a mega castle, but it was like kind of a castle, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was like a castle with like a courtyard in the middle, so it was kind of built in a half circle. It was more like if you were going to be at war with somebody and they would come into that center, and then you would be able to shoot from all angles. It was kind of cool. Like, the furniture was all old and stuff, and it was cool, but it didn't feel like warm and inviting. It felt a little more stiff, and I just wouldn't really love that. But castles are very cool, but I think a treehouse is more for me. All right. Next one. Oh, this one I don't even know what I'm going to answer, so I guess we'll all be thinking about this at the same time. Okay. Would you rather be able to freeze time or travel in time? So you can either, at any time, you could either just like pause, like freeze everybody else, and just you would be the only one to just be moving, or you can travel back and forth, like to the future or to the past. Which one would you rather? Monique, that was going to be my question if you've been to Ireland. I did go to Ireland, but I was only there for like, I can't remember, 3 or 4 days. And it was my parents met me out there. They went to Europe for their 50th wedding anniversary, and I was already out in Europe. And I was on my like long journey out there, and we met up in Ireland, and then they went off, and then I went off. So we were only there for a few days, so I didn't really get a lot of stuff to do, but we did go to the Cliffs of Moher, which the Cliffs of Moher is like that. You see them in movies. They're huge cliffs, and then it's just ocean and just beautiful. But the day we went, it was all like overcast and fogged out, so we couldn't even see the cliffs. It was kind of a bust. It's still kind of a cool trip, but it rained a lot in Ireland. I love rain, but I don't feel like I got enough of Ireland. I feel like I got a peak of Ireland, and that's pretty much it. Okay. Fake Freedom says time travel. Grant, time travel. Jack says freeze time. Monique, freeze time. Snow Panther, I would travel in time. Ooh, these are good. I don't know what I don't know. That's a very hard one. Okay, I think I can turn off this fan. Okay. Snow Panther, I would travel in time. Van Life Rocks, travels in time. Back to the Future, one of my favorite movies. You can see everything and at different times. Ooh, that's a good one. Snow Panther, oh, wait, do you still age normally? You mean age normally if in both scenarios? I gotta think about this. Yeah, because if you pause time, yeah, let's just keep it simple and say like, even if you pause time, you would still like age like normal. Like you would have your own same life about you. And if you travel back and forth, you would still have your own same time. So like if you traveled to, let's say, the past and you stayed in the past a year, when you get back, you're going to be a year older. So I feel like there was a movie about this. Yeah, in both. So I would say you have the same life. Nothing changes, but you're still going to age the same. All right, anyone else want to give their answer? If you're already done giving your answer, you can guess which one I'll pick. Because I'm still over here trying to decide which one I would like better. That's a hard one. Fake Freedom, you like ancient history, so for you, time travel. Maybe. Dang, that was loud. Bandlife Rocks, I think you would travel in time. Grant says, I think you would pick time travel as you like to explore. Snow Panther, I think you would freeze time. All right, everyone done answering? Monique, time travel. Snow Panther, freeze. Fake Freedom, no regrets. All right. So before I give my have to answer, I would say that it's similar to like last week when Fake Freedom and I were talking about, like, I wouldn't do either because that kind of takes the position of God away. Because I feel like God's plan is a perfect plan. And then when I know times when I've done things to like get in the way of what God's plan probably was, then I've screwed things up. So I would probably never choose any of those things. But for the sake of the game, I think I would do time travel because in essence, you're getting both, like 2 for the price of 1, because if you're time traveling, you're kind of pausing time in a sense, because like, let's just say that I had like an awesome date with somebody I was building a relationship with, and I wanted to like just have more time with that person, then I could go back a couple more days and just have those days over again, or just build new days. And if you pause, then pausing is awesome because then like you have time to do stuff without people like getting in your way or interrupting, but also you're alone. And so you can't do that with somebody else. And so you're still alone. The good news about like freezing time would be like you could do some unsavory things like rob banks and steal clothes and do like crime. But I'm not that kind of person that would feel good about it. Like my conscience would eat me up. And so I wouldn't be able to do that. So I think freezing time sounds appealing to me. And I thought I was going to choose that one. But I think time travel would be better because you could go back and spend time with people you love, or like go in the future and like take a peek at what the world's going to look like. I just wouldn't want to know what's going to happen to me or my family in the future. And I feel like you're dipping your toe into a scary water if you do that, because like you could go like, let's just say 10 years in the future, and if one of your family members wasn't there and you found out that they died, that would be heartbreaking, the worst pain. And so I wouldn't want to mess with that. So I don't know that I would ever really time travel forward, but time travel backwards to see some cool things, I think I might do it. Okay, Fake Freedom. I would want to time travel to meet Jesus. Ooh, that's a good one. At a distance, not to manipulate. Yeah, that would be cool. Like those kinds of like, just to see like major historical things would be like so awesome to be a part of that. But you're right. You can't manipulate time, because if you manipulate time, things could change. Grant, I thought that too. You could keep going back and reliving certain days. Yeah, I feel like there's certain days in your life where you're just like, that was such a magical day, or it's like such a heartwarming day, or, you know, for people that have gone on to heaven, or just whatever, left your life, and maybe you had better times with that person in the past, you could like relive some of those wonderful times. Snow Panther comes in but says, but if you go back in time, it's the present. Also true. But we're in coronavirus right now, and I feel like the present is kind of just like locked into one spot. It's almost like we are frozen right now, but kind of not, because you're still living. But also, I don't know. Fake Freedom. Parting of the Red Sea. Oh, that would be so... Oh, damn. Well, because we know what happens. But could you imagine being like on this side, and then Moses is like, okay, trust me, we're going to walk through this water. And you're like, Moses, my bro, my guy, I want to trust you, but also I don't want to die. And then Moses is going to be like, but do you trust God? And then you have to say yes. And then he just like puts his like staff down, and and then it's just like, hallelujah. And then you just get to the other side, and then those people try to chase you, and then they die, and you feel sad for them a little bit, but then they were kind of killing you, so no. And that is a short story of the way I interpret the Bible. But yeah, some people live a frozen life. That's true. That's true. It's a good point to like think about like things like this, is to like, that's why I try to make the most of my life and my travels and my living and meeting people, because I don't want to have a frozen life. I want to have a prosperous life. Snow Panther, super chat to ask your own would you rather questions. Ooh, that's good. That's a good, I wonder if we could do that. Would you guys feel like that's like, what's the word, like pandering, or I don't know what the word is. I don't want to be like, oh, give me money, but also donations to the snack fund would be great. That'd be kind of cool. What do you guys think about that? What's your thoughts on that? Monique says, wow, so true. Yeah, like there's a lot of good things in the past that I think I'd love to be present for, to see like with my own two eyes, like, oh my gosh, that'd be so magnificent. Grant says, interesting idea. That would be kind of cool, honestly, like to do a super chat where maybe it's just like, I don't know. What do you guys think? First of all, I'm going to ask you guys, because it's like, I want it to be interactive, but also, you know, I think I do put in a lot of work, I will say, for the live streams and for the videos and stuff. So I don't feel bad asking for like snack fund donations. And I think this would be like a win-win. So if you felt like giving a donation and ask, then you can ask your own super chat question, like a would you rather. But let me know. Maybe once a month. Okay, that might be cool. Fake freedom is not pandering. I have learned a lot from your videos and encourage Levy sis. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. And I hope so. I hope that I'm providing value and a lot of good content, because that's my whole mission, is to, you know, provide a lot of stuff. Why don't we try that next weekend? I believe the plan is 5 steps in the future. I believe that plan is 5 steps in the future. What plan? The plan of time travel? Or something else? Maybe I forgot already. Okay. We're going to keep going with these would you rather questions, but maybe we'll give that a try next Saturday and just see how it goes. And I guess I'll think of the whole like things. I believe that plan is 5 steps in the future, the super chats. What does that mean, 5 steps in the future? You mean like wait till the channel's bigger? Let me know. I'm open, you know, I'm open to it. But if you have any ideas about it, then send me a DM on Instagram, travelsnacks_. And maybe we'll try it next weekend. Maybe not. I'll think about it, because that could be a cool thing. Because I would also love to like have you guys put in your own questions, because that'd be cool. And I'm also thinking about other games and other things we can do that's interactive, because that would be fun. Okay, so the next one is, and thank you for your feedback. The next one, oh, this is a good one. I also don't know about this one too. I'm gonna need, oh, hold on. Band Life Rocks, it's in the house. It's a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. I need to get, oh, this is a good one. You got the full-on gospel choir going. My phone is so hot, I had it sitting on the seat. There's a problem with heat and electronics. I'm gonna have to come up with some solutions. I always say this, but then like the week gets so ahead of me, and then I'm on the live stream and then things are overheating. Maybe when I'm on the road, I'll like have some solutions for like setups. I think once I have my bed in the back, and I think that bed's gonna be able to sit up into like a couch thing, or I don't know yet, then maybe I can have like it nice and cool in here, but I don't know. Grant says, the other question is, how much is the donation? Should someone who donates 99 cents have the opportunity as someone who donates 20? That's true. Maybe it would be like, you know, a couple bucks, or like what, it maybe just be the same. You know, if you want to ask a question, it'll be like $2 or $5 or nothing crazy. It's not going to be like a massive, you know, give me $50 for a question, but you know, whatever. I'm ignoring all the haters and crazy people. All my exes live in Texas. I don't think I have any exes in Texas. I don't know. Maybe they moved. Electronics don't like to work in 10 below 0 too, from experience in Minnesota. That's a good point too. I have to think about that. But I think this heat is just no good. Trolls in the house. That's true. Okay. Okay, this next one is, oh, this is a crazy one. Okay, would you rather have a unibrow forever and ever or full back hair like a werewolf? Unibrow or full back hair? Which one? Nobody wants to have either, but if you just like, for the sake of the game, had to have one, would you rather have a unibrow or full back hair? And why? Because I don't know. I'm stuck on this one a little bit. Let's see here. Blocking people on this live stream. I hope I blocked the right person. Okay. Monique says, yes, girl. Fake freedom. Back hair, LOL. Nate says, unibrow, 100%. Just own it like Anthony did. Grant. Yeah, I just banned what the. So hopefully that person's gone. Fake freedom. I scared of unibrowsies. Grant says, can I pluck the unibrow? I think gonna be one of those things like if you pluck it and then you look in the mirror, it's back again. Like, what was that movie? It was, what's the movie called with homeboy from The Office, Steve Carell, and he was Moses and he built the ark. Did you ever see that movie? And he was like, God made his beard grow, and then he would like shave it in the mirror. He'd be like, oh, okay, I'm smooth. And then he'd wash his face and look up, and then the whole beard was there. I forgot the name of that movie. It's not Evan Almighty, because I think that's the Jim Carrey movie. And I just saw this movie too, but I can't remember what it's called. Anyways, but you know what I'm talking about. So no, you can pluck it, but it's just going to come right back. Van life rocks. Back hair can be covered with a shirt. Facts. Monique, unibrow is easier to tame. True. Snow Panther. The bigger you grow, the more trolls. Still interested in being mod. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, once we get a little bit bigger where there's like more people on this live stream, then I will let you know. Monique says no. Van life rocks. Evan Almighty. Was that what it's called? I thought that was the Jim Carrey movie. Grant says, back hair then. Fake freedom. Back hair cushiony and no need for back pads on chairs. Seriously, that's hilarious. Oh, Bruce Almighty was with Jim Carrey. Okay. That's why I was like, sounds so familiar. Okay, Evan Almighty. That was a great movie. Such a great movie. Yeah. It was pretty funny. They were both good movies. These are some good answers with the unibrows and the back hair. All right, which one do you think that I would choose? Unibrow or back hair? God, it's such a hard one. Yeah, I agree. Both good movies, yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I have my answer. You guys could let me know what you think I'm going to choose. Snow Panther, unibrow. I think you would choose unibrow. Fake Freedom says you would choose back hair. God, that's such a terrible choice. Ugh. Because on one hand, like, there's a lot you can do with makeup, like from unibrow. Like, you could just put, like, white powder, like, not white, but, you know, cream color or nude color over your hairy eyebrow, and from far away, you may not be able to notice too much. And also, when you edit videos, you could just maybe edit it out. But also, you'd have a unibrow, and that would be terrible. But also with back hair, I feel like it'd be hot and sweaty. And if you're like hugged up with somebody and they're just like touching your back, you'd be so self-conscious about it. And not even about that. Mostly, I think it seems very hot. It seems like, and then particles get maybe caught in it from your shirt or something. I don't know. Unibrow and just wear a hat all the time. That's a good point too. Fake freedom, no. Back hair, shh. Van tattoo your face. Ooh, that's a good one. Monique says back hair. All right, well, my answer I'm going to go with, I would choose the unibrow. I think I'm just going to go with unibrow. Like, what's the name of that painting? She was like a real lady. I think her name was like Frida Kahlo. She was like famous, and she seems to have like a unibrow, and everyone still thought she was a champion. So I feel like, you know, I mean, like if I had just, I don't think I have a pink unibrow, but, oh, that's a good point. Okay, I've already chosen my unibrow, but like you could just dye like a bright pink ribbon look or like a electric blue, and people would just think you might be a little crazy, but also cool. And you could start a new trend. And then if you made it a trend, then you wouldn't be looking like the crazy one. I feel like I just invented something. Sorry, fake freedom. Snow Panther, a layer of fur on the back is never good. It's true. I don't think so. I mean, I know everyone has different things, so like I don't like to make fun of people or like whatever. But also like I feel like it would just be so uncomfortable. Maybe you don't notice it. I don't know. Like, you know, you have hair on your head and, you know, most of the time you're not thinking about your hair being hot on your head. But just an extra layer of like fur, I don't want it. I'm already hot in this car. I just feel like if I had more hair, it'd just be extra hot. Fake freedom, too creepy. All right, we got two more. Okay, this one is a little weird. And I don't really know, but whatever. Okay, so both of these scenarios is you have to get to work. Wait, you could put an air mattress. You could put the air mattress away though. For what? For if you had a hairy back. That's funny and sad. But I don't think you'd have that much hair, but still. No, I don't want it. I think it'd be nice in the winter because you just have like your own fur coat. But in the summer, it's just too much. Okay, so both these scenarios is you have to get to work. And there's only two ways you can get to work. First way is you either have to climb a decently tall mountain every day to go up the mountain and go down the mountain and get to work. Or you have to swim across a lake. Not a big lake, but like you have to swim across. It's not one you can stand up and walk through, but it's not like monstrous. So you have to either climb a mountain to get to work or swim to get to work every day that you work. Which one would you choose? Hey, Armella, how's it going? Denmark, what's up? Hoping to move into my car soon. Ooh, awesome. I want to hear more about that. That's awesome. Van life rocks. Waterbed in the van. No, I'm not going to put a waterbed in the van because I get seasick and I don't want to be barfy. No thanks. Okay. Fake freedom says swim. You'd rather swim to work? Nate. Climb a mountain? Not about to get wet right before shift. Grant says, can I quit my job? No, not for the sake of this. Would you rather? You have to choose one. I'm like you though. I'd be like, is this job really worth it? No, it would not. Okay. Snow Panther says swim. Although circling back to Van Life Rocks, my parents had a waterbed for years. And as kids, you know, it'd be kind of cool to like be like, oh, my parents have a waterbed. That's like so 70s, you know? But it's pretty cool. Like waterbeds can be cool, and it conforms to your body, and it's very comfortable. But I don't think I'd want to be just like rolling around and whatever. But and plus, like the water in a waterbed can get like, if you don't maintain it or if you don't change it every once in a while, it can get like that, moldiness. So I wouldn't want to maintain that. But waterbeds can be cool, like if you like that kind of thing. Okay, Monique says, climb. I can't swim. Okay, well, that's a good point. If you can't swim, then this answer's easy for you. Snow Panther, just get a tree log. Oh, no, you can't cheat. You gotta swim. Okay. Fake Freedom says that I would swim. You would be too tired climbing a mountain before work. Fake Freedom says, be right back. Okay. Let us know when you're back. Van Life Rocks. I want to work at the Grand Canyon, and I work as a server at the restaurant at the bottom of the Grand Canyon National Park. Hiking up and down every day would be awesome. Ooh, that would be cool. Grant. I would climb the mountain. Who wants to get soaked right before work? Plus, you'd have to bring a change of clothes in a waterproof container so you could change clothes. That's a good point. This question has just gotten into a deeper level here. Yeah, you got to think about all the things, I mean, I suppose if you're climbing a tall mountain, you'd have to have a backpack because you're going to get sweaty. There's no way to climb a tall mountain and not get sweaty. Plus, depending on the job you have, I mean, if you're climbing a mountain every day, you're going to have climbing boots. And if you have a job that you can't wear that, if you have to wear, like, for women, heels, or like even nice shoes, or if for a man you have the nice dress shoes. Yeah, I guess it depends on the job. But yeah. Okay, Van Life Rocks, swim. All right. Anyone else want to answer? And if you've already answered, you can say what you think I will choose. Monique says, great point, Grant. Unless what? Okay, I want to turn my car back on because I feel like this is getting hot again. Carmela, I don't... Are these questions getting cut off? Snow Panther, you should drink an iced drink next stream. I do have ice drink. Well, now the ice is gone because it's hot in here. Oh, I hope I didn't crack my glass. All right, everybody done answering? Armella, I do not like water. Okay, so that's a mountain answer for you. All right, so which one do you guys think that I'll choose? Do you think I would rather climb a mountain or swim to get to work? Grant says, this crappy job better pay extra for the inconvenience. They're like, listen, you want the job or not? Monique, you buy clothes on the other side for a week and do laundry on the other side. One. All right, Fake Freedom's back. Anyone else have any answers? You guys, what do you think I would choose? Do you think I would rather climb up a mountain or swim? Monique says that I will climb the mountain. Grant says I'll climb the mountain. Snow Panther says I believe travelsnacks would climb. Fake Freedom says water. Anyone else? Give it about 30 more seconds and then I'm going to answer. Van Life Rock says, I'm thinking water. Okay, I would climb the mountain because I don't really love swimming. I don't really love getting in water. Like, I'd say 99.9% of the time if I go to the beach, I never get in the water. I'm not like a big water sports person. I don't want to swim to get to work. I don't think so. And plus, like, no. Because also, like, there's probably fish in there and, like, gross things, algae and all these things. So I wouldn't want to do that. And what about when it's winter and you're freezing and you're swimming in, like, freezing cold water? With the mountain, you're getting, like, some good exercise and you're building up your lungs. Well, with water, if you're swimming, you're building up your lung capacity too. But I feel like climbing that mountain, you'd get better at it, you'd get faster at it, and you just go up and go down. And yeah, you might be sweaty, but then you could just go into your work, go into the bathroom, change or wipe off or whatever. I think swimming is also more room for error. Like, what if you get bit or by a shark, or not a shark in the lake, but I don't know. What if something happens and you drowned? That seems terrible. I wouldn't want that. I think climbing the mountain is for me. Yeah, sorry, Fake Freedom. Fake Freedom, I would be pooped out. Climbing a mountain in the snow, seriously. Oh, good point. If you're in a snowy climate, oh my gosh, climbing the mountain in the snow, that'd be terrible. If it was here in Canada in the winter, I could just walk across the water. Also good point. Water freezes over and you will make great time in the winter. Yeah, that's very true. I guess it's funny because, like, I live in a warm climate, so I don't really ever think about that. But yeah, in a colder climate, I guess you would just have full-on ice. Monique, I love the water and love being in the water, but I can't swim. Yeah, I love looking at water. I love being around lakes and oceans and pools and stuff, but I never really get too interested in going into the water. All right, last one, and then we're going to wrap it, is, oh, this is a hard one. And this is going to be a very telling one. So if you don't want to reveal some things, then this might be one you sit out. But would you rather, okay, would you rather, whichever one this is going to be made available. Rachel! Hey, Rachel is one of my favorite people in the whole world. She is my mentor. She's my friend. She's amazing. I love you, Rachel. Thank you for coming onto the live stream. We're almost done, Rachel. We started 2 hours ago. So we've talked a lot. And at the end of the live streams, we always play a game called Would You Rather? So that's what we're doing. We're on our last question. Fake Freedom says, I am down 2. Sorry, Fake Freedom. Hopefully you get this one. All right. So one of these is going to be made available to the public. Would you rather it be your browser history or your phone photos? Which one? If one of these was going to be made available to the public and everybody you know, it's either going to be your whole browser history or all your photos in your phone. One more hour for Rachel. I would do anything for Rachel. I'd stand for another hour. Although I need a shower, so probably not an hour. All right, so Fake Freedom says browser history. They might learn something. Facts. Rachel, browser history. I think this question depends on the week for me, but I'm not going to reveal my answer yet. But I look up some weird things online. But also, I don't know. Let me not give too much information away. Okay. Monique says you'd rather have photos. Armella, all my photos on my phone, nothing bad there. Awesome. Okay, let's see. All right, Van Life Rocks, browser history, even as a YouTuber. Snow Panther, photos, nothing interesting. Fake freedom, I have nothing to hide. I'm a truther. Amen. Grant, phone photos, no one needs to see my browser history. I mean, because it's so boring. Haha. Rachel Luna, photos, I never know what's hiding in those. Browser history, there's nothing there. Monique, I'm into true crime, so my web search will be questionable. All right. Okay, which one do you think I would choose? Do you think I would rather have my browser history be available, or do you think I'd rather have my phone photos available? Fake Freedom says I would pick photos available. Which one do you guys think? Grant says I'm going to pick photos. You guys think I would rather have my browser history public or my photos public? I think the reason my computer didn't overheat before is because the van was facing the other way before, so it wasn't in the direct sun. So now it's facing the other way. If you're just joining the live stream, my computer kind of overheated a little while ago and it went crazy. All right. Rachel says I would pick photos, Monique photos, Snow Panther photos because you want to share your awesome photos of your travels. These are good. All right, anyone else before I do the reveal? Snow Panther, Grant says Snow Panther, I agree. All right, so most of you are right. I would choose photos. I don't think there's anything too risque in my photos. I probably do have a few risque photos, to be honest, from a while back, a long while back. But I think they're still cute. And I've often thought about this, like if somebody got a hold of my phone and saw those photos, there's some in there that I'd be like, ooh, but also, I mean, there's nothing like porny, you know what I'm saying? So I think I would definitely pick photos. Woohoo! Browser history, photos can show too much. It depends on the kind of photos you have. I think my browser history is nothing that I would be like super ashamed of, but there's a lot of I do a lot of weird queries, to be honest. And I think people would be like, why'd you look that up or whatever? And I wouldn't want to have to explain. All right, since Rachel's here, we're gonna do one more, and I would do two more, except for my laptop battery is at 6%. So we have to do this one fast. Fake Freedom, I am so cam shy. I have so many pictures. But I don't think I'm ashamed of any of my pictures, so. All right, let's see. All right, this is the last one. Would you rather spend one night with your most hated ex or live a week on the street? Which one? Oh, yay, one more lightning round. Yes, this is a lightning round just for you, Rachel. And if you can, next Saturday, come at 2 p.m. Well, for you, it'd be 5 p.m. That's when we usually start. 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. And usually we'll talk, I show the van update, and we talk snacks, and we talk travel, and we talk about other things going on in the world. And then we usually do the Would You Rather games or other games like later on in the episode. All right. Fake Freedom says you'd rather live a week on the street, in the street. This is really telling too, because you either can be one night with your most hated ex or a week in the streets. This tells like how much you must hate an ex. All right. Armella, the street. Snow Panther, I already live on the street. I mean, I guess when I was in my car, I kind of lived on the street too, but not really. The street is like a little different, a lot different, because you have less resources and you are mostly more out into the elements. And it could be more dangerous in the street if you're living on the street. Live on the street. Oh, wait. Grant says, one night with my ex so I can spend the night telling her why she's such a horrible person. That is hilarious. Van life rocks. Live on the street, in which I do now. Van life. Yay. But you can't live in your van. You got to live on the street. Rachel, I don't hate any exes, but I'd be fine to stay a night with the most annoying ex. Fake Freedom. I forgave him, but still. Streets. Okay. Monique, 1 week on the streets. If I would spend any time with my ex, someone would catch a charge. Hey, keep it real. And he's not worth it. So true. All right. My computer's now at 4%. So what do you guys think that I would choose? Do you think I would choose to stay the night with my most hated ex or live in the street for a week? Which one do you think? And next week, I'm going to have a few more great Would You Rather questions. And we might try next week where we have you guys add in your own. I'm going to think about that. Do you guys think I would rather stay with an ex or live in the street? Okay, Snowpather says I would rather stay with an ex. Big Freedom, street, stay in the street for me. Monique says I'd rather stay with an ex. Grant says I'd rather stay in the street. Rachel says I'd rather stay in the street. Van Life Rocks, one night is not so bad. And Armella says I would stay in the street. So, anyone else before I reveal? Anyone else? All right. I can't think of any one ex that I hate. I'm like Rachel, like I have some annoying exes that I would not want to stay the night with, but I think I would rather stay the night, one night with an ex. I think I could get through it. And I like Grant's answer. If that person tried to pop off to me and be annoying, I would just put in my earbuds, or I would just ignore them, or I would just tell them about themselves. So I think I'd rather do that, because even though I had no problem like sleeping in my car, being on the street, like in a tent or in a sleeping bag or whatever, I think I would be a little more afraid. And you'd have to be finding like a really like closed off, cozy spot, because you don't want anyone to disturb you. And I think I'd be laying in the street, like thinking, is somebody gonna like find me or like do anything crazy to me? So I don't think so. I think I'd rather endure one night with an ex. There's not any exes that I couldn't stand, I don't think. Fake Freedom. I remember the vid with your ex. You went on the road not staying a night. Psh, that's true, but he was stupid, and I never gave you guys the full story. I might do a full story on that one day. I think for now I'm not going to, but I have not talked to that ex. We've been knowing each other and talking since like 2004, 2005. And that video that you guys saw, or anyone that saw it, I haven't talked to that ex since then because it was such a big deal what he did. So no, I would not want to stay with him, but I would if I had to, I would, but I would just ignore him because whatever. Sorry, Grant. Fake freedom, yay. Well, I missed that one too. 3 down. Sorry. Just go to the forest. Great place to live. That's true too. You could go to the forest. I want to hear the full story. What's the link to the article? It's not an article. It was a video. It was in February. It was the video. I think it's called "I Got Dissed on Valentine's Day" or something like that. And it's about when I went to Atlanta and I was going to stay with an ex. And then he did something stupid. I still don't tell the whole story on that video, but you can hear a little bit more of what happened. A little bit more. He just really pissed me off, and I think what he did was rude. But I may share that in the future. I was thinking about, I gotta go soon because I'm on 3%, but I was thinking of in the future, a new segment that I might do, a new live stream is called Late Night Snacks with Allison, or just Late Night Snack. And I might talk about more things that's like more personal things, not super personal, but I don't know. I've been toying with that, but let me know how you guys think about that. But it'll be like a later night thing. So if you're on the East Coast, it might be like pretty late, but I don't know. Because that would be one more opportunity to have live stream. But I might do that as like a Patreon add-on or something like that. But it's just something I've been thinking about. Midnight Stacks. You saw that, Monique? Yeah. So that was a interesting time in Atlanta, but it really sucked. 9 p.m. Yes, that would be cool. Yes, podcast with possible call-ins would be so fun. Ooh, I have a, well, not have, I had a podcast, also a Travel Snacks podcast, and there's just one season. And I was thinking about bringing it back, but it's a lot of extra work. And I'm trying to like keep everything in one channel like YouTube, because podcasts don't really pay. Like you'd have to do a lot of other things to get paid, like sponsors and stuff. But I might. But call-ins could be cool. I wish YouTube would have a way to do like Instagram where you can, have people come on. I'll think about it more, but I wanted to do like late night snack, midnight snack, or something like that. So I don't know. Rachel says, "Ooh, yes, I like it. Yes, yes, yes." Van Life Rocks live stream with guests. Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out how to do it. East Coast, 3 hours ahead though, exactly. So I need to really take that into consideration, and I would be all in for the late night. Awesome. Okay. Well, that's good feedback, and I've been really thinking about it, but that won't happen probably until I get back on the road. Just to have like more freedom and more space and stuff. StreamYard, is that a thing? I'll look it up. All right, I'm at 2% on my laptop, and I'm in the van, so I don't have anywhere to charge it right now. Once I have my setup, I'll have a way to charge stuff, but for now, I don't. And I need to go take a shower because we were working on the van all morning, and I feel gritty and gross. But I super appreciate all of you. I appreciate every one of you that gave me a donation to the snack fund today. It truly does help out in a lot of ways. I appreciate all of you coming on today. Thank you, Rachel, for coming on. Next time, come here earlier so we can have more time with you. And God bless you. I will say continued prayers for you guys, and have a super blessed week. And I'll talk to you next weekend. Bye for now.